Welcome to Stories with Steve, the show built entirely upon $100 words, while I get about 10 cents for my efforts.
The Juvenile Muliebrous sovereign and the Pisum Sativum. Erstwhile, within an ambiguous period, a budding emir aspired to connubiality, particularly to a juvenile Muliebrous sovereign. He scrutinized the terrestrial sphere in pursuance of the aforestated parsonage, but alas, to no avail. For multitudinous were they which would make claim to regal appellation, unfortunately all of which were found to be spurious. Conclusively, he returned to the chateau, disconsolate at the abject outcome of his venture, as his yearning for amalgamation was considerable. The night tide encompassing this narrative, a precipitous squall unleashed a robust cannonade, deluging torrent, illumination, fulmination. Precipitously, a buffet was audible upon the egress. The venerable masculine monarch condescended to make reception. The personage at the corridor paralleled delineation to that of a juvenile Muliebrous sovereign, but the elemental assailant had certainly tussled her follicular endowment and marred her maquillage. The offlet created a minor reservoir on the runner by her phalanges, constituting a rather disheveled spectacle. Nonetheless, the damsel held true that her station and appellation were indeed that of regality. Dubious and skeptical, the reigning matriarch thought to experiment to substantiate the assertion of the juvenile visitant. This was accomplished by depositing a singular germ of Pisum Sativum beneath an assemblage of palate buffers, which she enumerated at no less than 20. The juvenile in question was to repose dormant upon the supple pyramid until aurora. At the dawning point, when queried as to the integrity of her repose, she responded that it had been horrendous, aberrant, and heinous. When goaded to elucidate, she conceded that the mountainous bunk was culpable, as there seemed to be adamantine rubble present. As validation, she disclosed contusions incurred thereby. At this disclosure, the entirety of the aristocratal dwellers established as veracity the adolescent damsel's statement of eminence, for none divergent from nobility could be as susceptible at the dermal grade as that. Expeditiously, the juvenile emir and the Muliebrous sovereign were espoused, and the germ of Pisum Sativum was said to be situated in a gallery institution for visual observance, if it has not been purloined. And they all lived happily ever after. The end.
This has been Stories with Steve, where the only word with more than 2 syllables I get to say is in fact the word syllables.